So the next thing you do is, remember I had this old Teflon washer here, which was not very good. It's kind of bent up. So they gave me a new one in the kit. So I'm going to put it in place here. I'm not really fond of these all that much because they don't give you really many threads. There's like 3 threads there. I like those threads. But the problem of it is, I think if you don't put in that nut, actually it would actually be good. I'll see if I can tighten it down. If not, I've got another machine with this on it that I need to just use Teflon tape on it. I still use Teflon tape on this one. Don't really have to probably, since it's got this washer on the bottom. But we're going to make sure it doesn't leak. And this tape is wider than it needs to be, so it's really kind of hard to work with on such small threads. It's actually made so that the threads are, so you can get on all the threads. But let's see if we can get it going here. And we want to make it eventually so you don't see any of the Teflon tape. And it's 3 turns. I'm using this monster tape because the thread count of the Teflon is higher than just a regular white tape. But as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit to get it going. That's 1 turn. That's 2 turns. And I gotta make it so it doesn't lay over itself. And there's 3 turns. Actually, I only have 2 right now. Let's see if I can secure a little bit better. And then I'll get the 3rd turn on and break it off after the 3rd turn. So, and then I always like to stretch it. This is not working really easy to stretch. So I'll just force it down into the threads with my fingers the best I can. You can see that it's turning different color there. It's kind of a dark blue here, so that's one thing that's nice about using this. And I'm going to cut off now because these are way too big. I'm going to cut off the rest of the tape because you don't want any of the tape getting down into the holes to obscure, the water. Not obscure, but keep the water from flowing out. Nah, didn't work. Okay, well, let's try it again. And then I may cut this out or just leave it in and show you that it's not easy. So I got that on. I'm going to put this Teflon washer. You see it's just a little too thick in my eyes. But let's see how this works. This is the way it was put on without the Teflon. And it's threading fine. I don't know what size this is. I don't think it was, this is a 14. And let's see if we can get this on here. We'll just go back to the open end and just snug this down. Like I said, you don't want to cross thread these, so you always start them by hand. And then you snug them with the wrench. And that's actually gone pretty good. I'm just going to see. I know it's just got air more. Okay, there you go. So that's in there. The best I can. Like I said, it has just a little bit of damage on it from a previous attempt to open it up. Someone did that once without the proper tools. I'll get rid of though that the hole is shown. Good. Bed the threads down a little bit more again. And now, like I said, we don't want to cross thread this, so we just do it by hand until it starts. And then there we go. And I think this was a 10, if I recall right. Nope, it's a 10 after all. I think it's a 12. Okay. There's a 12. And we're going to see how far down. We're going to take this down as far as we can. And hopefully the threads will all be buried so you don't see them. And if there's anything left, see now it's starting to tighten up. So what's nice about this with the Teflon, you can actually face it forward, the gauge forward. I might be able to take it one more turn. I'm not too sure. But otherwise, I have to take off. And to cut that off, you just take a small knife and you just run it along down on the bottom of the threads.